Hi. Hi, team. Good morning. So the topic for today would be about Upwork profile update and enhancement. So I have shared this in a couple of sessions when we were doing our meeting, but right now I'm recording this by myself, okay? So please bear with me with some error and some of the noises that you will hear. My son is right beside me. I'm actually stuck here in Lapu-Lapu, Cebu right now. Because of the pandemic, I can't go back home yet, but yeah, everything is set up here. So I'm good to go. All right, so too much about me. All right, so let's go back and focus on Upwork. So when you're creating or updating your Upwork, always keep in mind that Upwork or any freelancing websites work through keyword. Let me repeat that. Keyword search po. For example, if you have an insurance verification skills, but you are not adding these words in your profile or work history, then you will not come up on the search results pages when a recruiter or hiring manager searches for the word insurance verification, medical, dental, and even RCM. So make sure that you mention those. So as you can see on my profile right here, I will be sharing my profile link on the document that I have shared to you guys. If anybody would like to, if any of your colleagues, I don't mind you sharing this information to the other folks that you know who needs help, okay? So I'm more of sharing my 11 years of experience in freelancing right now. Okay, so when I have updated my profile into a third person point of view, as you can see, I keep repeating my name. Like Willyn is an expert recruiter, knowledgeable in tools and everything. It's like a third person point of view. The reason behind it is because when the hiring manager or a recruiter or any person reading your profile, if your name is in it, will keep on repeating your name at the back of their mind or on their mind, you know, when they're repeating your profile. So it's as if you are introducing yourself to them rather than using the word I. Do you know that if you use the word I on your profile, the impact is like somewhat parang ano yun eh, you're like talking about me instead of talking about yourself. So when every time I read a profile that says I, instead of thinking about the freelancer or the person that I'm actually checking out, I'm thinking about me, which is a common human error. You know, we always think of ourselves first. So when there's the word I, we are like, the science behind it is like we think of ourselves, okay? Parang tayo yung I, not the other person, right? So third person point of view is really very effective when it comes to like, you know, showcasing your profile online. Now, please do not be shocked with my profile because I'm old. I'm 38 years old and I have started working since I was 16 years old, and I have accumulated 20 plus years of experience, okay? So don't worry about it. If you're just starting with online work and freelancing, we all start from somewhere, folks. So do not ever forget that, okay? And you will appreciate your journey in life and in your career when you're looking backwards po, not when you are still heading there or papunta pa po, okay? Alrighty, so I have shared the template that is, you know, the most common one that I have shared to the other folks as well every time they ask me about how to improve their profile. So the template starts with your specific skill sets. You need to identify them, and you may change them from time to time as you acquire more skills and you gear toward them. Like, you know, parang nag-shift kayo ng career. That happens. When I started with call centers, with a call center industry 11 years ago, I was a technical support. So I would never have thought that I'll be transitioning and becoming a recruiter internationally. Okay. But I love talking, so that's why. All right. So the template is specific skill sets, overview, knowledge on the following tools. Tools is actually one of the reason, I mean, well, it should be vital because online world or freelancing, we work together with tools. Okay, don't ever forget that as well. Now, the next one is educational achievements. I mean, yep, work experience, travels, and hobbies. Travels and hobbies, if you don't like to put them, that would be fine. They're not really like necessary in a way, but I usually add them up because it's like a conversation starter every time I talk to a hiring manager or with someone, okay? So, all right, let's go back on the first information that should be there. That would be your profile photo, okay? I think it's kind of basic. Smiling or without teeth, that's okay. Selfie would be fine as long as, you know, taken in a good angle, not sideways, not on, well, that's my perception, not sideways, but full face, okay? Now, the profile headline will be the next one. You should be very specific to your roles or your key role that you're targeting or your skills are. Like for me, I'm a recruitment manager and I'm a broker. And then profile types. On the document, I've shared how you will be editing or presenting multiple profiles. So I have two, one for recruitment and then another one for lead generation. 11 years ago, I was a researcher, lead generation pop, and I am handling a team of lead generation nowadays. Okie dokie. Now, all right, a video. I'm not sure why videos are not showing right here, but as I said back then, I'll check with Upwork why the videos are not loading. It must be my link or something, but it used to be there. The reason why I added a video, because some of the hiring managers actually check the videos first to verify how you speak the language, particularly English. English is like, you know, well, unless you're like the employer is a local in the Philippines, then you can speak vernacular, but English is like mandatory, okay, in the freelancing world. If you know Spanish, which I know some of you know, or Chinese, better add them on your profile as well. Okay, dokie? All right, let me go back. Availability. I hope my Zoom will record like going 30 minutes. All right, availability should be set. You need to ensure to set the hours that you're available, because I have noticed during interviews and while interviewing new profiles, talagang yung first option nila open to offers, which means you are not available at all, but you're willing to learn about new opportunities. As a recruiter, when I search for profiles or candidates, there are a lot of times I only select those who are putting themselves available more than 30 hours per week, especially if I'm looking for a full-time candidate. So this means that if you are looking for a full-time work, unless you're looking for part-time, okay, you should set this one filtered into more than 30 hours. All right. Next part of the discussion will be about your skills. This is also a method where I select an Upwork to show only the profiles who have pre-selected certain skills. The maximum for now, 15. You can select what type of skills you would love or you're still learning, and then you can showcase these skills right here. Next would be portfolio. When you join Upwork, there's a tendency that you have already worked for a local or international company already. Your accolades, training, and any other trainings that you have from your previous company, any kudos, job well done, any awards or achievements from school, your outreach programs, licenses if you have any, and even your business accomplishments. Take a picture of them and upload them on Upwork and add details, not just the picture po ha. You need to add the details and describe what is going on or what were the skills that you were able to develop. Certifications. Well, certifications usually, this may apply to IT skills, but there's a way to utilize it as well. For instance, for civil service. And on my part, I took some CCNA back then when I was level 2 technical support. If Upwork will not allow you to add any certification on that section, just feel free to add them on your portfolio. Alrighty, let's go to one of the most important and crucial part, employment history. This is important. I am stressing this part of the profile. Most of the profiles kasi only adds one line for the type of work that they have done in the company. Here are the tips to improve it. Itemize the work that you have done from your role, the type of trainings you have received. You may say it's redundant kasi andun na sa parang profile on the top po, diba? You describe your skills naman doon. But no. Make sure that you use the exact keywords in describing the task you perform and the tools. And if ever you have different roles within one company, make sure that you add each of the role, not just one company, but each of the roles should be itemized in your employment history. Because if we search your profile and I hit like 2 to 3 keywords in your profile, chances of you coming up on the first, let's just say 50 or 10 folks when I'm searching for a freelancer will be like 80%. So keyword is the key. So it's like a repetition more in detail of what you presented above dito sa employment history. Okay. Other experiences you can actually this can be a business or it can be your other experiences. What should I say? For example, if you love gardening or if you like had a part-time role where you were like well, part of a particular team or something kind of like that. Because there was a lot of times actually I need to like look for contractors who have a particular skills, like someone who loves photography just for as a hobby and not as a profession. So sometimes I conduct the surveys back then for companies, enterprise companies in Upwork. Now I'm going back and showing my view where I can edit it so that I can show to you an option right here, like this part right here, testimonials. These are endorsements from past clients. This is my co-broker. We tested it last year. I'm not sure, she wasn't able to receive it, but yeah. So you can request a new testimonial from your previous managers and team leads. They don't need to have a contract in Upwork. It can be anyone that you know who can recommend you. Okay. Now, okay, so these are the certifications. Hang on. I think that's basically it. But if there's something that I can think of that comes along the way as we go through this process and as I evolve this, this session or this information that I'm sharing, I'll be adding them on the document. Okay. Also, just in case you will be needing Upwork certificate of earnings to support for your loans, business loans, pandemic loans, and car loan, please go to certificate of earnings. It will actually give you this right here. I have been using this one every time I apply for like, a particular, like, ano tawag doon? Any loans for that matter. A car loan back then, I got approved within the week because I showed this like, documentation. It was like a supporting document, but not the primary one. All right. Because sometimes they need the TIN, but we can talk about that later. Let's find you new job spot. Okay, team. All right. I'll be stopping the recording. I'll stop the recording. Sorry. I'll record the other tips that I have right here and I'll share it to you guys. Bye for now.